Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So Tavern Brawl this week, it finally happened. It is the Heroic Tavern Brawl. And it was a bit disappointing to see that most people were right in the fact that there was no alternate rule set. This week's Tavern Brawl is literally play your constructed standard deck against your opponent's constructed standard decks. And from what I've seen, from what I experienced, this basically means that your deck needs to be able to beat Tempo Mage and mid-range Shaman, or beat Tempo Mage and mid-range Shaman, as that's almost 100% of the decks that you'll face on average. Overall, the experience of just the newness of Tavern Brawl is not really there. So it was a little bit of a disappointment on that end. There was a little bit of a difference because you have to pay 1,000 gold to enter, and if you get less than like 8 wins or something, it's a terrible investment. Actually, if you have most of the cards, it's actually just a terrible investment. You should probably not do it. But because it's a high upfront cost, there's that feeling of there being a lot more on the line. It kind of feels as if you're playing ladder at like rank 2 or so. Like the games are pretty important because you want to get legend pretty soon and not delay it. And it's that experience. You know, it's no different when you're playing because you're playing against the same decks. But there's a bit more on the line, so it's kind of interesting. And the really interesting thing was that people really gravitated to this idea. The amount of people that were watching streamers play Heroic Tavern Brawl in the last few days was really unbelievable to me. You know, some people had like 3 times their normal viewers, and they're literally just playing their constructed decks against Shamans and Tempo Mages. It's really nothing new to see, but it really goes to show just how starved and just how craving the constructed Hearthstone community is for new content. That's all there is. And that's why I feel the Tavern Brawl this week was a bit of a disappointment, and it could have been so much better if they just had a small alteration in the rule set. Now, before I go into and show you guys my adventures, I basically did 2 Heroic Tavern Brawls. I played Freeze Mage in both. I was fortunate enough to get 9 wins on the first one. I got 3 on the second. I played against a Warrior in the second at the start and had a few bad decisions and a few bad matchups. It happens. You have to keep in mind, it might look exciting to watch your favorite streamers play. They're getting like average of like maybe 5-6 wins, and it might seem like it's kind of worth it. But it's a huge investment. Everything I've said in the rant about Heroic Tavern Brawl in the past is absolutely true. It's not going to feel like a great new experience. There's generally going to be probably like a disappointing factor because, you know, if you do very badly at such a high investment and the playing experience is very similar to constructed play, well, it's overall not going to be a lot of fun. But the other thing that I saw, because there's so many viewers, there's probably a lot of people that look into this and try to see if there's some like super cool strategy, some super cool secret deck tech that they can use to beat out. There isn't, okay? It's basically this. You know, there's still the regular constructed decks. There's not much else to it. You generally just have to get pretty lucky and have to get pretty lucky matchups. That's literally it. The difference between someone who gets 12 and someone who gets 0 is more often than not just how lucky they got. We saw the very same streamers who are, you know, some of the best players in constructed Hearthstone go 12 and go 0 one after another. So that's what it is. That's why it's probably not worth it to invest your gold in this feature. And that's why overall I think the experience was not great. And I kind of joked about it on stream, but there is the secondary side of things, how I compared Heroic Tavern Brawl to internet providers in Toronto. So, you know you're getting scammed. You know you're getting crapped on the deal, but you later find out a few things that actually make it even worse. And there's a few things that I couldn't believe actually existed. So, in this week's Tavern Brawl, the ability to give Blizzard 1,000 gold and generally get nothing back for it, for the experience to play against mid-range Shaman and Tempo Mage constantly, well, this is a limited time only. It's only this week, and you can only play it 5 times. Why? Why can you only play it 5 times? It's not like if you played it more than 5 times that you'd actually be more experienced at it. It's literally the same as standard ladder. It's just like a ridiculous and stupid limitation. And the other thing I found out that I really think is ridiculous, I saw this post on Reddit. PSA, a draw in Heroic Brawl gives you a loss. Unlike an arena, a draw is counted as a loss in this week's Heroic Tavern Brawl. This just seems absurd to me. So if you guys are unfamiliar, what he's talking about is a drawn game. So in some situations, you can play a card that deals damage to both players, and if both players had insufficient life, both players would die. Now, if this situation occurs in an arena game, the game is not counted as either a loss or a win. If it happens in constructed, it doesn't count as a win or a loss either. It basically counts as a game that didn't happen. But for some reason, just in this week's Tavern Brawl, if you have a draw, you get a loss. So, like, why is this? You know, why would Blizzard do something like that? It creates just a negative environment. There's no positivity coming from this. It's not like, oh, we drew the game, oh, I got a loss. Yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. It's absolutely ridiculous. And because it's unlike any other part of the game, I have to feel like someone actually made the decision to reverse this within the Tavern Brawl system, which again, I think is painfully ridiculous. Overall, the concept of having a high-entry Tavern Brawl, a high-risk Tavern Brawl, I think is a pretty good one. If they had a different reward structure, if they removed a lot of the bullshit that surrounded it, like the draw, like you're playing limited 5 times, and they had a different experience than just playing ladder, which, by the way, is not particularly entertaining right now, that would be really cool, but it fell a little bit short of that. Now, all that aside, I like playing Freeze Mage. So I played Freeze Mage, and I had a pretty successful run. So, at the very least, you can see some of that. You can see some high-stakes Hearthstone from the Krip, and I do sincerely hope you enjoy it. So, check out my games, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. It's pretty important that I play something on turn 2 against Shaman. It's just Novice is very whatever. So the only card that I would play over Novice on turn 2 would be Doomsayer or Loot Hoarder. I guess with that many draws going second, I'll probably get one of the other ones, so I should up my chances of actually getting a Doomsayer, which will be very, very good to get. Okay. Go 35 legendaries. No. Sniped already. Well, I don't know. I'd like to do well, but what can you do? Actually, I have a very good hand right now. Is a 74% win chance good on average? Yes, it's very good.
Hey, give me that.
Yeah, this is the first one. I think this might be a control shaman. No, never mind. I guess I could have pinged before the Doomsayer, but I don't think he would invest 6 damage into Doomsayer, regardless. So this might not be easy to kill for him, which would be a very, very easy win for me. Looks like he's got it. All right, 5, 8, 5, 6, 7. I'm just trying to say the best way to do this. Thinking of playing the Blood Mage, but let me think. So on 9, I can use the Fireball and the Torch. Okay, so if I just play that, that'll be 5, 6, 5. So I can play the Blood Mage pretty easily here.
Torching his face is a waste because I'm gonna Alistraza his face. Game.
Tonight, a tale of true terror.
The menagerie is for guests only.
What the fuck? Oh my god, it's an evolved shaman. Oh my god. He just put a shitload of damage on the board. It's 9 off lethal. I haven't had to use fireball, so... Okay.
Observe and reflect.
My 5 is still enough, so...
I bring life.
Okay. So... He needs 16 damage. Looking good still. Okay. Alright. We didn't go 0-3! So I guess Acolyte is probably a very good card then. Okay. They have a lot of healing, but I can set up a situation where I can do more than 30 damage. Oh wow.
Oh, if you're sure.
The end is coming!
So it's an aggressive deck then. Redemption.
Let the pain speak to me. Job's done.
Well, that's bad, but it didn't hit a Doomsayer, so it's not that bad.
Reporting for duty.
I really need to draw. So
The end is coming!
I'm playing the Thalnos. You'll have to at least waste the True Silver to Kodo.
I hope you like my invention.
Pain speak to me. Who am I? None of your business. Not on my watch. Bring the pain.
Get down! Get down!
I bring life.
Oh, if you're sure.
Job's done.
Okay, well he can proc me, but I have 16 in hand, so it's fine.
Follow the rules.
Mind if I roll need? Mind if I roll need?
Bring the pain.
Get down!
Okay. Again, I really like wasting the time of my opponent on turn 2.
Mind if I roll need?
Let the pain speak to me.
11-0 warrior waiting for you. Please don't.
Pain speak to me.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Okay, not freeze mage.
The end is coming.
So if he can kill the Doomsayer, he's probably not gonna be able to develop the board very much, unless he has Flame Waker and another like spell he can play cheaply.
I want to cast a spell. I serve the Fire Lord.
Wait, what? Yeah, he's got Arcane Blast, I think it's called.
Time runs out on
I knew it. By the power of Magnalos, I have the power.
Firelands Portal is the big baddie here.
Mind if I roll need?
Someday I'll be just like you.
The game begins.
That's a tricky one. Should I try to clear? I do not have 2-turn lethal. It's not a GG with Alex. I get him to 13. I do not have 13 damage next turn. I have 12. I guess I'll try it though.
I bring life.
Hey, give me that!
I just think if I played defensively, I'll have to Alex defensively, and I run a lot of other different risks in that case. But this is a risky play, absolutely. Does that do it? No, I'm 1 off lethal again. I only have 9 mana, guys.
Time. We
No. Rip. Yeah, this. It was very, very, very close. If I played it the other way, he had the fireball. I ran a different risk. Again, I could have played differently. I explained why I chose that path. I thought if he had enough damage, my Alex heal wouldn't have really helped that much. I did not have lethal. Everyone that said I had a 2-turn lethal, I only did so if I drew a few cards, like Frostbolt, like the other Fireball, or I was hoping that he didn't have another spell to remove Alex. But if he had another spell to remove Alex, playing defensively and healing myself probably wouldn't have worked. So I think that was the best play, and he had the answers, and we didn't get lucky. So I think we lost. Okay. It's sad to see me lose against such a crappy player. Well, that crappy player made it to 9-1, so. Okay.
Let's make magic.
He's got coin, and he's probably going to play a spell, so the Man Worm is more threatening than that.
Let the pain speak to me.
That's a very strange card to see. Very nice. It's Freeze Tempo Mage. Runs Ice Block, right? Chinese Tempo Mage, no secrets. Well, if no secrets, I probably should save the Frostbolt. Fine. Yeah, I mean, I have the lethal combo, but I have to play Alex with my block intact, and that might not be as easy as it sounds. Well, that just speeds it up one turn, so okay. Oh fuck. No second fireball, no second fireball. Oh wow. Oh my god. Are you serious? Yeah, that's a rip. Ice block Alex. Yeah, I wish. No, it's not. It's not possible.
I bring life.
The fact that I have to Alex myself is kind of like I'm fucked. Right. Mega rip.
What to do?
It's not over, but this is almost unwinnable right now. I lost like that. I lost like the other way too, though. What do you think, Alex myself? Hope he doesn't kill Alex, and then I top deck Fireball? Is that your your idea of winning the game? I don't think so. I have a discounted evolved kobold. I can do 29 with my deck. So, oh, more fun cards. He fucking got a Flame Lance. Oh, Dragon's Breath. Okay.
Mind if I roll lead?
Okay. Well, if he can do 11, the ice block is worthless because I can't do 29 next turn. So there's no point to ice block right now. Fuck. I didn't think I'd see that card. I was 1 win away from Golden Legendary. Well, I haven't lost yet. I'm just extremely likely to lose. It's not the same as losing. Doomsayer! No. Damn it. Can't win this one. I have no more healing, and there's no chance I do 29 here, so.
I hope you like my invention.
Mind if I roll need?
He played pretty well. This isn't 0-2 arena, he's not going to miss lethal there. Alright, well, I'm pretty happy with 9 wins. I got a bit unlucky my first loss against the Mage. I got fucked over by a Shaman. And that deck is pretty hard to beat when it has that much burst. If he was missing one of his tools, I would have had that. Like the Alex turn was almost there. So wait, I lost 600 gold for 16 packs. Yeah. For people who I would imagine would get to 9 wins, they wouldn't need Old Gods packs. So even for them, they lose. The rewards are a joke. Okay. Yeah, all this is dust right now. Who cares about gold? Well, with gold you can do whatever you want. With Whispers, the Old Gods packs, you just open them. With gold you can save the gold for the next expansion, which I would imagine would be more relevant. Not even golden. When I press space button, because my left hand is gently resting on my right hand. That's why. wrestling. Wow, 2 new cards. It's not too bad, I guess.